he got the computers puting right now. Camron says your wife is half white. Camron calls out Kendrick Lamar for attacking Drake for being mixed race on his diss song Euphoria. You know what I mean? So he got the pewters pewing. Hold on, this is definitely gonna be. Let me just play the video because I know for a fact they're gonna do a commercial. So make sure you subscribe and like the video. Hit the liddy for the titty on the chizzy, man. Let's rock out, y'all. Hold on a second, man.
Real moment?
Yeah, that's a good point, Sinead. I heard all that too, but can I say something?
Yes.
And this is no diss. No diss.
Can I say
about
something? Real moment?
That's a good point, Sinead. I heard all that too, but can I say something?
Yes.
And this is no diss. No diss whatsoever towards Kendrick Lamar. Not even a little bit, because I don't got time. I don't want to double back in my life. I'm in a good space. I don't want no problem. Kendrick Lamar's wife is half white. She's mad. She's
don't say that.
She's light skinned.
Yeah, don't say that.
I'm saying, if you're accusing Drake, and I'm not taking sides, I'm just stating facts. If you're accusing Drake of being half white, and your wife, and you using all this black card, your wife is half white. So how you attacking the man about something you're dealing with? And I don't care about none sides. I'm just saying if you're going to use the black card, if that's what we doing, I'm just saying.
Now you didn't. Cam is giving Drake ammo now.
No, this on the internet.
Yeah.
No, I ain't giving nobody no ammo. I don't want no problems, y'all. I'm in a good space in life.
Yeah,
I'm in a great space in life.
Giving Drake ammo.
You knew that?
Yeah.
He had a white wife?
Half white.
Or half white? I didn't know that.
I knew all of.
See, I didn't know that either. You know what I mean? Like I said in the beginning of the video, here, sometimes people will have a very strong opinion and they'll just take any opportunity to state that opinion, whether it's relevant or not. If it's just halfway relevant or quarter relevant, or if we're even on the same subject and it's a good time to bring it up, people will bring it up. You know what I mean? Like, this situation and what Camron is talking about, in my opinion, is two totally different things. You feel me? Kendrick's wife isn't out here portraying to be something, some like hood dude from the block. You know what I mean? We don't know if Kendrick's wife is struggling with identity issues. I mean, although they do say like mixed kids and mixed people do suffer with those, but that's not what we here for. You feel what I'm saying? Like Drake is somebody who's out here who seems awkward. You know what I mean? Like, this is about Drake. Like Kendrick's wife isn't even in the limelight. You know what I mean? For her to even be talked about. And there's gonna be another video, in my opinion, that's gonna show a little bit more of what I was saying, when some people just want to say something because they just really want to say it really bad. You know what I mean? Now that might be a gripe you have with Kendrick, but in this instance, like, I don't think it really applies, man. Let me let Camron finish though. You know what I mean? I gotta give that boy his respect. Hold on a second.
Stuff on both sides.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I just found this out like 2 days ago. I didn't know that.
I knew stuff on both sides.
Yeah. And listen,
I ain't in it.
Yeah, and Kendrick Lamar, listen, that nigga is very entertainment and lyrical. And I think the reason why me and Mace, myself, yesterday was holding him to a high standards because he's one of them niggas. He spits. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it was just a lot to digest for me. But when I was speaking to one of my friends and he's breaking it down, I'm like, I wouldn't have understood that anyway, because I didn't know that's who he was talking about. It was like little in between shit. So I guess the people that know everything that's going on, it's like, nah, you ain't get it. My bad.
Yeah, nah, there was a few lines that Kendrick said that went over my head. Here's another person who's echoing the same sentiment that Camron just said, but a little bit more descriptive in what she gotta say. Woman calls out Kendrick Lamar for questioning Drake's blackness when he has a mixed wife. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know this boy was married, man. Hold on a second. Let's see what's going on over here. Sister Soldier got something to say. Let's listen, y'all. Hold on a second, man.
Kendrick Lamar has no right to question Drake's blackness. I really hate that I'm defending Drake right now, but I gotta call a thing a thing. K-Dot, baby, your wife is just as whitewashed as Drake is. Be fucking for real. Your wife has a white mother and is just as far removed from the black community as Drake is. If we're being honest, in terms of phenotype, Drake actually looks more black than your wife does. Your wife does not look black at all. She just looks like a woman of color. I noticed that with biracial women, y'all always want to call them black, but then want to switch it up when it comes to biracial men. I don't like that shit. Your wife actually has more in common with Drake than she does with you. She has a white mother just like Drake. She did not grow up with her father. She has no ties to the Black community, and she struggled with her identity just like Drake did. Not only that, Kendrick Lamar lied and said that he loves dark-skinned women. Meanwhile, he's been married to a biracial light-skinned woman the whole time. Like, girl, your wife is
you know what? Let me let her finish.
the female equivalent of the person that you're dissing. So stop trying to act like you so down for the community. It's the hypocrisy for me. I just don't like that shit. Stop playing both sides of the fence. No, we don't like Drake, but Kendrick Lamar be pandering to the Black community too, if we're being honest.
Man, she said a lot. She said a lot there that needs to be unpacked, man. Let me see what the comments are saying real quick, man, because Shorty just said a lot. And one thing I don't go with lighter complexion women doesn't mean you don't have love. Oh my gosh, this is actually what I was about to say. I didn't even see this, but let me finish reading this. Just because you deal with lighter complexion women doesn't mean you don't have love for dark complexion women. But that's the insecurity of dark-skinned women. No Black woman can take Black man's blackness how he sees fit. Your Black women are not judges of Black men. You Black women are not judges of Black men. Get over yourselves. Okay, I wasn't gonna say all the other part or whatever. Y'all know I like to play it cool. I like to play it nice. You know what I mean? But I will say that that's a fact. You know what I mean? Like, just because like somebody can have love Black, like dark-skinned Black women, but they might not necessarily be married to one. You know what I mean? I think Umar said that, and I remember saying, and his argument was find a Black woman, like keep on dating until you find the right Black woman. And it's just like, nah, because that doesn't equal happiness. You know what I mean? Like you can love dark-skinned Black women, and you might find your happiness first with another complexion or another race or whatever. Just because you love them doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stop everything and like make sure that you find a dark-skinned Black woman to be with. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that you don't love dark-skinned Black women. You know what I mean? I never really thought about he says that dark-skinned Black women are insecure, and that's why they would feel some type of way about that. I never thought about it like that. I want to get his exact words. Doesn't mean it, but the insecurity of dark-skinned Black women, no Black woman can take Black man's blackness how he sees fit. Yeah, I don't know if it's coming from a place of insecurity. I don't want to put that on them, but I definitely think it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything. It just means that he ended up with a different complexion woman before he ended up with a dark-skinned Black woman. You know what I mean? And it's not fair to ask him to stop to not find everything else that may be way more important in being in a relationship. It's not fair to ask him to put all those things to the side just to be with a dark-skinned Black person. You know what I mean? He can still have love for dark-skinned Black people and not be with one. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure if a dark-skinned Black woman pulled up first, it's all about place and time. You know what I mean? If he was somewhere where there was a dark-skinned person there that was ready to love up on him, and he met them first, I'm pretty sure he would have been with them. You feel me? But maybe not. But then I do know that there's an argument that I don't know the stats on it though, but I do remember the argument of people say like, yeah, but you know, it's a certain type of man that does this. You know what I mean? So I don't really know. You know what I mean? Like, it's a certain type of like man in terms of like status, wealth, and things like that. But you know, I don't know the stats on that. You know what I mean? But I do think that is important in the conversation. But at the same time, it's just like I don't think it's fair. It's not fair for you to put that on him. You know what I mean? That shouldn't. And now he's right about that. Yeah, like you don't determine what makes somebody Black, or like what makes somebody love his community. You know what I mean? That doesn't determine that. For sure. I'm not gonna hold you. But Shorty got a lot to say. I'm not gonna hold you. But another thing that's even more important is Kendrick's wife isn't the one that's like, we're not talking about Kendrick. Like I've never heard Kendrick's wife say nigga. You know what I mean? She says a lot of things that would make you think that she knows certain things for a fact. You know what I mean? Like Kendrick's wife struggles with identity issues and things like that. And it's just like we don't know that. You know what I mean? But Drake has spoke about shit like out loud in public for all of us to know, so like we can break it down on like what we see from Drake. But nigga, I didn't even know Kendrick was even married. So how can you guys make an assumption, a whole psychological breakdown, a whole psychological assumption of what Kendrick's wife must be going through? If like I didn't even know the chick was married. Like, listen, no, hold on. Let me know if this sounds like a reach to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. And this is why I say, like, sometimes people just have a really, really strong point and they're really angry about it, or they feel passionate about it. And at any point in time they get to mention it, they'll bring it up. Now, there may be some validity there, but it just doesn't apply here. But like, listen to the assumptions that I feel like she's making right here. Look at this.
Kendrick Lamar has no right to question Drake's black.
This break is brought to you by Adobe Photoshop.
This break is brought to you
If
by
you're a
Breathe Easy.
professional
Like and
photographer,
subscribe. You know the
designer, or
vibes. Hold on a
artist,
second.
I really hate that I'm defending Drake right now, but I gotta call a thing a thing. K-Dot, baby, your wife is just as whitewashed as Drake is. Be fucking for real. Your wife has a white mother and is just as far removed from the black community as Drake is. If we're being
okay, let's break that first point down. She is just as far removed from the black community as Drake is. I don't know Kendrick Lamar's wife, but I know that Drake is really tapped into the culture, black community at this point in time. You know what I mean? We're not going to say and act like he's not what, like, you know what I mean? Like in terms of like artistry, like rapping, like, you know what I mean? Like we like to make fun of it, but my personal opinion, like, nah, he's tapped in. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can say the same thing about Kendrick's wife. You know what I mean? So how could you say that she's just as removed as, if anything, I don't even think Drake is removed like that. I don't agree with Kendrick, by the way. Like, that's just my own opinion. I should probably say that. Like, I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? I feel like that may have been a point in time. You know what I mean? Where Drake even says it in his songs. He kind of said, and like, we all kind of grow into ourselves a little bit. You know what I mean? But like, you know, like Drake in the past probably was like a square kid, probably was trying to, you know what I mean? He probably grew up on the white side and then he ended up, you know, trying to rock out with the black side. But at some point, I do think he got his footing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know Kendrick's wife for me to be able to say that. So let's see the next point she got to say. Hold on a second.
honest, in terms of phenotype, Drake actually looks more black than your wife does. Your wife does not look black at all. She just looks like a woman of color. I noticed that with biracial women, y'all always want to call them black, but then want to switch it up when it comes to biracial men. I don't like that shit. Your wife actually...
Hold on. Wait, I feel like that was important, but I think that comes from a place of just how men talk. I don't think that comes from a place of we're trying to be different. Hold on a second.
Black, but they want to switch it up when it comes to she just looks like a woman of color. I noticed that with biracial women, y'all always want to call them black, but they want to switch it up when it comes to biracial men.
Wait, no, we don't. Anytime I see a biracial chick, I don't be like she's black. I don't call biracial. I never think that. I never think that. When I see a biracial chick, I don't be thinking like, oh, she's black. I be thinking like, oh, I wonder what she is. That's a lie. That's a lie. I've never seen a biracial chick and said, oh, yeah, nah, she's like, my first thought is, oh, I wonder what she's mixed with. That's always my first thought. And a biracial dude, I never even think about dudes even being biracial. I just think of them, they're all just Spanish to me until they tell me otherwise. You feel me? But like, you know, like I do always assume that is funny. Like half white, half black dudes, I always assume that they're Spanish. But a light-skinned chick, I wonder what she is. That's probably because of where I'm at, like the neighborhoods I've been exposed to. But hold on. All right, so let's see what she got to say.
Always want to call them black, but they want to switch it up when it comes to biracial men. I don't like that shit. Your wife actually has more in common with Drake than she does with you. She has a white mother just like Drake. She did not grow up with her father. She has no ties to the black community, and she struggled with her identity just like Drake did. Not only that, Kendrick Lamar lied and said that he loves dark-skinned women. Meanwhile, he's been married to a biracial light-skinned woman the whole time. Like, girl, your wife is the female equivalent of the person that you're dissing, so stop trying to act like you so down for the community. It's the hypocrisy for me. I just don't like that shit. Stop playing both sides of the fence. No, we don't like Drake, but Kendrick Lamar be pandering to the black community too, if we're being honest.
Nah, this is Dr. Umar's Dr. Umar's female protege, man. But hey, man, everybody got their own opinion, to each his own. But I just don't think we should be putting each other down on who we fall in love with. You know what I mean? Especially if that person isn't even making a statement out there. Like, I feel like this is a false equivalency all the way around. Like, if Kendrick Lamar's wife was out there and like she was out here saying nigga, like being urban, talking rap talk and shit like that, like we could have that opinion, but nah, bro, that doesn't make any sense to me. But hey, man, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Oh, listen, a lot of people think that Kendrick is stealing bars.